Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood the question.
Did you already had a crash of the flight simulator when you tried to start VR?
No. I haven't tried yet, but no.
Okay. But the problem is when it crashes in VR, then in the next start of the flight simulator, you get an error message which says all packages, and then you have to restart the game another time. That's annoying.
That's pretty annoying, but I think that they're going to fix this issue with an exact date because VR is fairly new, so I think that could be.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, they will fix it surely. So I hope
that the game is not crashing yet.
No, so far so good.
Yes, exactly. So far so good.
Originally.
Hasn't crashed yet.
And my game is in VR. Perfect.
Everybody who's had VR said it's like possibly the best VR experience in a long time. Like it's well done.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
it is superb. Like,
I mean, Nova sounds like he's outside of his house right now, but he's enjoying it.
I love it.
Okay, for the best experience, I should use an
All right, what do you say, gents? We ready to go?
just a little
I just have to get into the fight.
We'll give it a few more minutes then.
But if I lose you, because I will be a farm up.
Sounds like he came back inside now.
I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's Oculus or whether it's MFS that's taking over the mic.
Nova, couldn't you open the in-game VR map instead of little nav map? Just open the in-game one.
Yeah, I'll try that. See if I can get it open. I don't know how to get the top menu open though.
With your mouse, you can't just wiggle it around.
Yeah, I'll have to see.
Then you can just position that screen on your floor so you look down and you'll see it, but it won't be in your sight of view while flying.
Please tell me it's working now. Fight.
You guys all have snow turned on for you. But this is what we did for the people who just joined recently. For weather, Alex and Nick have suggested that it should be few clouds and you should set your snow depth to about, they put it at 100, but I think 20 or more should be good if you want to have a festive flight.
Sorry, what's the main airport again? Cameron, what?
Cameron Air Park, Oscar 61.
Cheers.
Nick and I also... Oh, go ahead.
So if you guys want snow, well, live weather is not giving me snow, but it may be giving you guys snow, because I thought I saw Kev posted a live weather cam at one of the airports that it's supposed to be snowing there.
That was Johnson Creek. So further south.
Sorry,
well,
Oscar 31 you said? OSC 31?
Oscar 61.
61, and that's OSC 61, yeah?
Yeah, do you have the flight plan, Nova?
Yeah, just there's a bug in it where you can't open the flight plan when you're in VR, so have to do it manually. What's the actual full light in?
061.
Yeah, 061.
Nick and I also flew this in early morning hours. Gives quite a nice lighting, so set your time at about 7:15, 7:20. Should give you a nice lighting with the snow as well.
I think I might do that.
It's nice.
All
It's
right.
good.
All right, gents, we ready to go?
I'm loading in right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I'm loading in the same right now too. So
Okay,
few
no
moments,
problem,
I
guys.
guess.
Just getting at it. I don't want anybody left behind.
Your engine noise is very loud there, Kevin, just to say.
Might take this moment to do a couple screenshots.
Pretty sure the state of California doesn't appreciate all these engines running at idle.
They're losing their
Hybrid plane.
Especially at 7:20 in the morning.
Is that better, Nova?
Yeah, but man,
Yeah, it's that voice meter potato thing. The audio engine on that causes problems occasionally.
Over, you can load the flight plan before you switch to VR.
yeah, I got it now. How do you get the weather menu up? Because it's not bringing up snow for me at the minute. When you're in VR, can you get it up at all? No.
Did you change it to few clouds first?
Yeah, I changed it before it came in, but it's just not.
Did you
registered.
bind the button for the menu? For the top menu?
No. What's it called?
VR menu, I think.
Okay, thank you.
I'm nearly in.
Oh, Kev, because I became a server booster, I'm able to upload my screenshots now.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you should have. I think there's a 10 meg limit or something. That's what I said.
20 meg.
20 is it now?
Sounds like it.
All right.
Yeah, it must be 100 megs on the video streams, on the video clips.
No, I don't see that menu in my options. All I've got is help menu, close menu, back to main menus.
So what is the server boost exactly?
It's some.
It's
Go
just
ahead, I'm sorry.
it's just a subscription-based thing for Discord. It improves audio quality on the streams and video quality on the streams, that type of thing.
Ah, okay.
Kev, you're using a voice meter, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I'm using it too.
All right. We ready to go, gents?
Yep.
All right. Let's do this. All right. So everybody, welcome. Hope you all had a great holiday. Special thanks to Kev for not only providing the flight plan, but for some reason letting me host the flight today. Don't know what he's thinking. All right. So we're gonna take off from runway 13, and take off. You're gonna take a left, and you're gonna head out for 12 nautical miles at 72-degree heading. And with that, yeah, check your flaps, power, and brakes. And let's go.
Sorry everyone, I'm coming from the other direction, but I just spawned in.
All right, so for the person that just spawned in, well, for everyone, you are heading towards Perryman, which is 7 Charlie Lima 9 at a 12 nautical miles and 72-degree heading.
This
I
is so
also got a-
awesome.
I also got a fun challenge for one of the airports. There's one airport that's on top of a hill, and just before the hill there's a lake or a pond that is just big enough to be able to do a water skiing touch and go, and then climb back up to the runway. It's a nice challenge to try out.
Oh my god, like. Sorry, I'm just having a heart attack. I looked down and just saw one of you down there. This is insane.
Sounds like a lot of fun indeed.
Yeah, even though I'm screwed if I lose you. I noticed they don't... Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, no worries.
No, I noticed they don't have any of the nav aids on, so I can't see where the airport is this time. I can't cheat.
Yeah, you don't have the Garmins and the Savages, which I think I really like for this route. Give a little bit extra challenging, especially if there's snow on the ground. But the thing is with snow in this game, I think the runways are always clear, depending on which runways they are. I don't know.
Oh, you're in for a surprise.
I don't know. We flew earlier, and I saw some of them were covered. Like you're like, hey, where's the plow guys to get the runways
that was
all
me.
clear?
Yeah, it really depends on your snow depth. If you have it shallow, then
It's
I
100%.
think it's plowed. But if
Are you actually seeing this in VR? The ones in VR, there's an actual light looking at your instruments while you look at them.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's without VR as well. If you're flying in hours of darkness, you get like this kind of headlights to look at your instruments.
So with the wind, it looks like it's blowing. We're heading in the direction of the wind right now. For me, it's going at 4 knots at 256 degrees. So I think for landing, it may be best to land on runway 27 at Perryman, which is 7 Charlie Lima 9.
so, yeah, because you don't have any interior lights, you're gonna have your flashlight with you. But if you don't want that on, if you press the right Alt key and the letter L as in Lima at the same time, that will turn that on or off.
Yeah. What's the first airport called?
Perryman, let's see. The airport code is. I got to get back up here.
Oh, see it. No, the Navigates do. Come on. That's alright. Perryman.
Perryman, 7 Charlie Lima 9. And we're coming in on runway
27.
Are you monetized?
Runway 27, yep. Am I
Are you
monetized?
Yeah, I'm just saying if I end up swearing on this tonight, by any chance.
Well, in VR looks amazing.
I can't believe it. Like, you look down, and I'm sure that's Gonzo probably down in the dirt there. Like, you can see the pain.
Well, we haven't seen you nosedive yet, so at least it's a good experience for you.
Well, I might end up kicking my PC or something stupid, thinking of the rudder.
Can anybody check if is sound in my stream?
Maybe after we land.
Are we going for a right downwind for 27?
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think that's the best thing because we'd be landing against the wind. I feel like we're going to have some crosswind landings in this one.
Oh, definitely.
It's the only thing
Oh,
I don't know where 27 is because there's nothing to tell me.
You guys, if you guys were last week in I've God, Nova took us to a crosswind flight heaven, man. Every single airport we landed at had crosswinds.
It was insane.
It was so insane.
Now we understand why he always lands using so much
Yeah.
rudder.
And you see tonight, lads, no offense, I don't know which direction I'm flying, so I'm landing whatever bloody way I can land.
Just follow us, Nova. I see you right there.
I
You're,
hope
at
everybody
my
has
level.
crash and turned off for the eventual water
Alright.
skiing coming up.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I see the runway now.
We're going to fly past it and basically come back on ourselves for 27.
Yeah, just heading for the mountains there, just sort of, the peak.
forgot to
You
retract
enjoy?
my the flaps from the last airport. I was wondering why I was flying so slow.
The only thing is your field of vision in the rear is restricted a lot. You can see to the side, but you can't really see behind you unless you use your toggle as normal.
This one has a beacon, it looks like, unless that's the next one up. Yeah, I think that's the next one. So don't skip this airport by accident, gents.
Is it the one on top? It is. Which is the code of the airport?
Perryman, which is 7 Charlie Lima 9er.
Okay, perfect. I want on 12 o'clock. Thank you.
I need to take another out just to get down a wee bit.
Sorry, but I cannot see snow. Is there actual snow? or it's like a preset that you put
You
in?
might have had to do the preset.
Ah,
I had the same problem with VR. It just didn't give me snow. I have just got green.
It worked.
grass
I have
on it.
snow.
I got no VR.
But you can't
Oh,
damn
God.
see the
Gonna have
landing.
to retry that one.
Holy shit.
Still
First
learning how
landing
to.
in VR, that's not gonna go well.
I'm still learning how to land this plane because it's a little different from the Savage Carbon.
Ow.
These landings are going to be fun.
Okay, let's try it again.
That's why I'm just flying the Savage Carbon. It's just so much easier to fly.
Let's try again. By the way, I'm live streaming here in
Nova's
Discord.
coming in.
If you want to see how VR looks, I'm streaming here on Discord.
Cool.
Nice one, Nova. Very
Yeah,
nice.
You buttered that. Very good. Apparently, VR helped you fly like an actual pilot.
Doesn't help me friggin' steer with rudders, though.
Somebody said, so he just plows right into a building.
I
had to
still
go
cannot
and
see the runway.
Ugh.
Yeah, wait, is there a runway or is it like? No, okay, I said.
Like, we were just all praising him, and then suddenly I just looked to the right and see him plow into that house. That was priceless.
I guess when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Nova, did you find the parking spot?
Yes, I found the parking spot, you bastards. That's why I was up.
Flew right into Grandma's bedroom.
Where you monetized or You see, in reality, this should be like my perfect PPL plan because it's more realistic, but, you know, it doesn't work.
Evening, Comsec.
Good evening.
Yep.
Evening.
Hello.
Just my rudders because I haven't got them stuck down with anything. I'm sort of fighting against them.
Looks like Crash Kit is going down. Oh no, wait, he's coming back up.
Yep, my plane got an idle, but my throttle wasn't full. I don't know why that happened.
I had a problem after the update. Check your neutral setting in your sensitivity settings, because before the update it was neutral 0 to have full range, and now I had to put it all the way at neutral 50 or 60 to have full throttle range. So you might want to check that out.
I will do. Yeah, that looks so nice in VR.
Yeah, in VR looks amazing. That's amazing.
Did you not play it till the night so you didn't spoil it?
I just crashed the desktop, boys. We're gonna have a pause here.
Okay.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm going out of my plane.
The only thing I have issue is with the Marauders. I don't know whether it's the same thing as Kevin's having, I'm not sure.
No, I'm all sorted. There's a little micro switch on it, the interface box for the
That's
rudder
a bummer.
controls.
I have to figure out why I crashed the desktop. Hopefully it's...
Okay, let me get out of my plane in VR.
Do you see that, guys? The plane seems to be wanting to move the rudder by itself. I haven't even got left rudder engaged, but it's moving it. You see that? If you look around back my plane.
Okay, I'm now.
Are we going to take off from 27?
Pass me react, please.
Yeah, I'd say take off from 27. I have to load back in though. I crashed the desktop.
No, that's bad.
I can just probably load in and just follow the little nav mat flight plan. Probably just do that.
Okay, Gonzo, nice job.
Trying to go for a slow flyover, but I stalled out.
Okay, I'm trying that now.
Are we taking off?
Nope.
No, we're just flying
We're waiting.
around.
Ah, okay, okay.
Oh god, I'm stalling.
Dang.
Nick, you're... Oh.
Oh, crash kid down. Rest in peace.
I crashed into the house. There's literally 2 houses and it crashed just into them. Wow.
Lesson from Nova there.
Does also the real aircraft take off like that? Like
So let me
that
try.
quick?
Like open now.
Like vertical.
Yeah, it has.
Okay,
This
hello.
one has 230 horsepower, so it's going to take off pretty quick.
Uh-oh.
Ah, okay, okay.
Are we taking off?
No, a couple of minutes.
I'm coming back, guys. Bear with me 1 second here.
Plane wants to move by itself. I'm not touching my rudders, and I swear it's doing the twirling
Uh-oh.
here.
Uh-oh. Perfect landing.
There goes the house.
I hope I spawn on the right runway.
Nice loop there.
Yeah,
Right above me, too. I
I'm
was
gonna try
watching.
to do a loop in VR. Let's go.
You did it right above me, Crash Kid. That was a really good shot.
Uh-oh. Freeze.
Did you eat
Feels
before? Did you eat before this game or after?
Full rudder. Uh-oh.
I don't think you're going to make that.
Yeah, he didn't make that.
I'll do.
Oh, he did.
And now vertical.
That's amazing.
Okay. Oh god, I made it, but I'm stalling. Oh.
I guess it's really annoying me about the plane. It's just moving at will here on the ground.
It's breezy.
Oh. Try flying inverted. Probably not the best idea. I'll try.
What time you guys have in the game right now? 7:30?
Should be something like that, yeah.
I got 738.
Alright, close enough. And, alright. Just waiting for it to all load in here and I should be back. I can't believe that happened though.
Can't believe you managed to get that plane act like a 360S.
I'm chasing someone.
This plane is very fast, so it can take a lot of trouble.
And it can almost do a near vertical climb after takeoff. It's crazy.
Oh.
Nose dives like mad. Shoot a stick for it.
Alright, you guys are all waiting for me?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm back in here. So our next, gosh, I really hope I don't have any more problems after that. Our next airport will be Placerville, which is Kilo Papa Victor Foxtrot. So you'll be taking off straight here off of runway 27 for a good landing. I would say you would land on runway 23 to come on in on Placerville. So the airport's located to the northwest at 1.9 nautical miles, 316 degree heading. And honestly, I don't think you're going to be able to miss this one because it has indicating lights on there.
I didn't miss it, I just ran into the house at the end, that's all. Yeah.
Alright, when you guys are ready, flaps, throttle, brakes, and let them have it. Yeah, it looks like this one has a beacon.
I will put some snow down. It's a little too much snow.
Do you guys see that gigantic Devil's Tower looking thing off in the far distance?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, what is
I was
that?
just wondering
It's
what
just
was that.
And the closer we get, it'll disappear eventually.
There's one. I was doing a flight from Palm Springs to the Hoover Dam, following Colorado River. There's a tower or a spire that's 28,000 feet tall. It's insane. The biggest one I've seen in game so far.
Reminds me of that, 212-story tower in Melbourne, Australia, that they had there at the beginning of the game.
Guys, I'm gonna have to respawn. What airport are you going to?
Oh dear.
Kilo Papa
Kilo-
Victor Foxtrot.
Kilo Papa Victor Foxtrot.
Thanks.
There it is.
Clerkship, yeah.
Yeah, just run.
And you're going in for runway 23, so you'll be taking off from runway 5.
Midfield coming on 2-3 Nova.
Thank you,
Ow.
Kev.
Uh-oh. Oh. And I tipped over. Perfect. Great job.
Oh, landing just short of the runway. Don't mind me, gents. Man.
I'm 1, 2, 3, wait for you, jump. It's actually quite ridiculous. You can stick your head out of this cockpit.
What are you flying, Dennis? It's like you're low wing.
I'm flying the Savage Gravel with a repaint published today.
Yeah, the repaint doesn't show. Looks like you're in a Bonanza.
That's like a desert-y sort of color, is it?
There you go.
It's a bonanza colored paint.
Yeah,
Not
he's just,
anymore.
he's just switched it across.
He
Just switched.
magically repainted it.
Paint shops, right?
Alright, so we're just waiting for everybody to get on the ground.
Looks like we might all be down.
Yeah, I'm back in.
Actually, I don't think that guy up there is related to our group. Alright.
Aye, the one up.
Oh, I'm
one
in the
up
wrong
above.
direction. I'm noticing right now. Oops. Now I am.
Come on, right there, Alex. Do a loop.
Do a barrel roll.
Kind of loop.
What's up, little man?
Alright.
I was
Next
doing that in
airport.
external cam, that went bad.
Next airport we have is 54 Charlie Nancy. That's about 7.1 nautical miles to the northwest, rather, at a 270 heading. You're going to be wanting to come in on runway 26, and it looks like to be. All right. I think it's another paved runway, if I'm not mistaken.
It's
Okay,
Alright,
that
guys.
direction, this next one.
Okay,
We got one in the sky already.
Yeah,
Nova's
kind of
brave.
decided to.
Should we have a group vote here? Should we wait for Nova or should we not?
I'm
let's
sorry,
go.
I'm already in the air here.
Can do a 360.
All right.
I'm wanting
Alright.
to see. I'm wanting to see you on the ground in VR. See what it looks like.
Sure. All right, gents. Flaps, power,
Oh, perfect dive
Brakes.
of the ground there.
and let them have it.
Alex, you're so funny.
I like
Oh
playing
wow,
with
that looks amazing.
Someone did a great job landing.
This is incredibly messy, but it's great.
I know
Yeah,
I
my-
can't get over it.
I wonder if either you guys are going to get sick in flight here.
No, so far so good. No loop deluxe anyway.
I'm waiting for
They-
somebody to be
they're
like,
down on the
"Oh,
river."
we got a minute, guys." Ugh.
The only thing is it's hard because it's at night. We're following your lights, you know, sort of thing for direction.
Yeah. I know the Savage doesn't really have lighting. I mean, I know the newer updates they just added it. They had a landing light for the longest time. Now they just added strobe and navs.
Gonzo, you know the way you were dropping bombs during my flight, and here you could just toss out a grenade and hit a house perfectly, man.
Yeah.
Acton Airport, yep.
Yes, sir. 54 Charlie Nancy. Don't ask which runway to land on, because I already forgot. God, so much for being a
26.
good host.
26.
Don't worry, we have an obstacle sorted out. Sure.
Basically be on an extended left base for 26.
Sounds
Gonzo,
good.
I am wearing goggles. I can't see what is 26. I don't have a fucking ball day.
That's because you're technically blind.
Got a compass.
Alex, you gotta give me a heads up when you do that so I can watch it.
Gonzo, you see the time you let me couch surf on your sofa? I'm gonna steal an F-16 out of your local base and come and blow you up. So, just to sort of say.
We'll do next time, Nick. Sorry.
I know we shouldn't say the evil word, but I would like to see what DCS is like in this.
Not so good.
Really? Not as good as this?
Nope.
See, DCS always let me down. Well, even X-Plane let me down in the demos, but I know DCS is free, but X-Plane demo to me is appalling. You know, if you're looking at X-Plane like as an alternative.
Anybody see Devil's Tower out there in all of our glory?
No, but I swear I see President Trump being affected from the White House from up here.
I thought someone just gave the ground some Viagra.
I'm still trying to find the damn airport.
It's
think I found it.
kind of challenging.
It's where I am, I hope.
If you see the two little ponds, just draw a straight line between the two, and that's where the strip is.
Yeah, it's like a really... it almost looks like a road, the strip.
Ninja Goose is right over it right now. As well as Dennis is coming in.
There's a wee lake after. Holy Jesus, this is awesome.
I'm approaching
With
the,
snow, you cannot even see the road.
No, you can't.
Well, what airport are we starting at?
Yep, that's where it is. I'm just doing a slow
It is a
down.
grass runway, okay. Yep, came in too fast again.
Probably the snow effect on the big tires.
The only thing that looks dodgy with me with the snow is the grass.
What, it looks too green or it looks weedish?
No, it's like really grainy because of the snow. It's really strange.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
What airport are you at? I did join late.
5-4 Charlie November.
Okay, got it.
Are we taking out 26 or are we back taxing?
I'd say we back taxi.
With this plane, we can just take off midfield. and then-
Exactly.
I was about to say you could probably do midfield as well.
Whoever's on the runway, move out.
All you need is like 30, 40 feet. You're off the ground.
It's basically I have to learn how to fly again because I've been out so long.
Down in one piece, what do you mean? The one thing I find with VR, because I'm wearing glasses, is that the nose arch gets very sore quickly. So I'm going to order custom lenses this week, hopefully for it. But it's figuring out how you fit the lenses is another thing. I don't know how you even take the existing ones out. I'm sure it's easy enough, like.
I think I'm trying to figure out this cable thing with the VR. It's like the biggest problem. Trying to get the cable out of the way.
Like, I just took it and
Yeah, I have like a ceiling mount system, but it's really cumbersome to set up. I'm gonna probably spend some more time getting it to work.
sorry, my plane decided to try and take off when I was taxiing there.
I switched to the Savage Carbon. I can't take it anymore.
I just took
Start playing
the
with
cable
the
out.
Zenith tonight, and that's quite educational.
I just put the cable down behind my chair because I'm sitting when I'm playing this, obviously, right?
All right,
Okay.
I'm here. Oh shit! You got my.
Is that our pal Scambush I hear there?
Yep, I'm just spawned in VR. Just had to get all that shit
Sweet.
together.
You
Yeah,
guys
it
in your
takes a lot of steps. It's like you can forget about doing any navigation while you're in VR. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh yeah.
You gotta do all that shit beforehand.
It's kind of like with the Savage Carbon, you kind of have to know your navigation too. If
No, actually in VR, it's either you just pull the VFR map and just tuck it underneath their gauges, and it's actually doesn't really break the immersion that much.
All right, you'll have to show me how to do that.
And you just hit V and then drag it, and
Oh,
then
you-
in VR you can just put it like underneath the gauges, like near where your pedals are, and unlike in desktop mode, it doesn't really obstruct
Thank
anything.
you, thank you. I see it. I see it.
You can also put the little nav map window in there.
Oh, that's
Really?
so cool.
I gotta figure out how to do that, but I think for now the VFR map's good.
It's just
Except
like
there's a lot of bonanzas. Oh, let me go to. I might actually have the generic setting on. VR
Yeah,
like
got that.
changes all your settings.
of course, because it don't have the
Oh,
ad loaded, it doesn't show it.
we got a couple of bonanzas in here, but nothing crazy.
I think
It's
it's
generic.
Most of us are in the Savage Grapple.
Grapple. Oh shit. Alright. Too late now.
I love your
I have to
swear.
reboot my PC because I don't get any sound out of
Yeah.
Sim.
Yeah, once
So,
I've already set
Yeah, the
the,
next app, dude.
once I've already started the game up and in the VR headset, I'm not gonna like back out and do that. Maybe tomorrow.
Charlie Alpha, Dennis.
All right, gents. Our next destination takes us to 80 Charlie Alpha, which is 329 degree, which has a 329 degree heading, and it's about 44 nautical miles to the northeast or northwest, rather. I'm so dyslexic today. I apologize. So it looks like you're going to be coming on runway 29er. Sound good?
Alright. Sounds good.
Runway
All right.
whatever for VR folk, but yep.
All right, so guys, when you're ready, flaps, power, brakes, let them have it.
Savage Carbon
Oh.
is so much slower, I gotta get a head start.
Now that's how you do a short beam takeoff.
Alright.
Right, what runway heading? Whoever's in front of me, stay there so I can follow you. Is that it there?
There you are, Seagull. I literally see where you are in 3D.
Is that it there? Beach Valley Industries? Or what the hell is that?
Batchy Valley.
Batchy
Oh, man.
Batchy Valley Industries.
I think that, sadly, I think there's a lot more terrain glitches with the new update. 'Cause see, at my
There is.
12 o'clock, there's like a big
Yeah.
ass like monolith.
And it's not just
Yeah.
the
You guys
US.
didn't know that
but
was already there? That's the Legion of Doom headquarters.
Oh, is it really?
It's pretty much all over the world. I haven't flown to a continent yet that hasn't had these scenery glitches. But the closer you get to it, should eventually disappear.
I crashed the desktop again.
Oh no.
There's
Actually, I was having.
Scenery if you
Oh.
downloaded Tim.
I can go ahead and take over while we
Nick?
wait for your return.
Water ski
Are we-
river.
We're going
Yeah.
to 80 Charlie Alpha, right? 80 Charlie
Charlie.
Alpha.
Yeah, 80 Charlie Alpha. It's in the valley. Land on runway 29.
This
There's
is
a wee,
this is
there's a wee
heartbreaking.
bit of graphics stuttering on mine, but it's not too bad.
No, it's not. But I found that the default graphics settings, I mean, depending on your graphics card, but I was definitely able to turn them up to, I think, almost as high as I would normally in desktop. And it's
Oh yeah, I
not
have
too
mine. I
bad.
have mine on ultra. So I do at the minute.
Yeah.
Right, there's someone near the river. I'm doing a river run, so I presume that's the direction we're going.
Yeah, I'm following November 118.
I'm basically almost over the runway right now. I'm still looking for it though. It's lost in the snow.
I'm just using
Oh, you know
live
what?
weather.
I see
I'm not
it.
even doing
It's-
snow.
There's a road and a
Oh,
bunch
there
of
it is.
trees, and then the runway's right on the other side of the trees and the road.
Yeah.
God,
Okay, I
so
know it's-
where are you? Are you after that Valley Industries or before it? Oh, is
I'm
that
over.
He's
the
right
runway?
over it. If you see 118 November Whiskey or Crash Kid or Engine
Yeah.
Goose, we're
Yeah,
already on
I
the ground.
see them. Yeah, I see them.
Yeah.
I think this might be the one where I took my goods.
Why do I keep crashing the desktop?
I was having a problem with crashing in Star Wars Squadrons. It was doing that in VR mode. I had to abandon the VR.
I don't think he
Someone's
has
having an echo.
VR, man. I think he's just normal desktop.
No, it's
because you're
both.
streaming.
What about new scenery packs in place?
He got a stream deck, I know that, so whether that's having some adverse effect.
Shouldn't have any effect. It's just a key press decorator.
I was supposed to say that shouldn't affect anything at all, but I think I'm gonna ditch streaming for the rest of the flight.
Yeah, my stream's out. So.
This game gets really picky for me when I have like anything else running that isn't Discord, even Spotify, stuff like that
Oh.
could be the stream.
That breaks my heart though.
So the
I had
rollout
a
to the far
perfect-
end, gents.
Do you want us to wait for you, or do you want us to go ahead and take off?
Oh, I'm coming in now.
Okay.
Let's see, I need to spawn on runway 29.
I would suggest taking off runway 11. It'll be a little bit of a tailwind, but it's basically straight out departure.
Oh,
It's
it's
minimal
carbon. I
right
could
now.
just take off from where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
One time I was like, I spawned in and like I accidentally had the full throttle when I turned the engine on. I started going and I felt, oh shit, it's over. But then sure enough, it just took off on its own and didn't even crash. Even though it was like wholly not lined up on the runway, it just went with it.
So if you haven't water skied, this is going to be a good opportunity. You will have some nice wide river that you can attempt to water ski.
I don't think I turned my crash setting off, but I even tried to do that. It didn't.
You have to be very gentle with it.
Oh, I know you can. I was saying the setting to turn crashes off.
Are we going
Set
to follow
about
the river?
Flaps 1, that's 50, 60
Yeah.
knots max. And just kiss
You saw the Trent Palmer video where I really thought that he ditched his plane in the water.
The RC plane. Yeah.
I don't know how he did that. He's got to post like an extra video about how he that shit.
Are you guys at ADCA?
Yep.
He was flying a radio-controlled model of his aircraft.
I know that, but I was like, it was so convincing when I saw it. Like, he really knew his camera tricks. I mean, obviously he works in the movie industry, so he probably knows how to do that stuff.
I just looked over I have my cockpit height raised up, and I can see over the wing. And you know the way you have that wee de-icer there? It's almost like you can take a drink of water.
I can't see you guys, so I guess I'm just waiting for you to spawn in.
I'm just gonna.
I cannot wait to see what to do with this VR now as well.
Good, I just get. Yeah, so what did you say you do for your cable? Like, I've like tried every type of place to put it, but it just...
I just run it in, I have a Secret Labs chair, so I just run it in behind the wee gap of the left arm, and it doesn't seem to bother me, you know?
Oh, I have a Secret Lab chair too. Maybe I'll try that.
Just like...
Under the left arm. Yeah, I've done that before, but then it tugs. It like... It'll...
Yeah, but if you shouldn't be moving that much in theory anyway, you know, so...
Under the left arm. Yeah, but then it goes up against your left arm when I do that. Which I guess isn't the worst, but it's still kind of bothersome.
I guess it depends on your body frame. Like, I'm quite stout fella, you know, like, so... you know, it's probably...
Yeah, it doesn't
I
really
can't
matter
see you
my
guys
look.
at all.
I've seen a lot of people, as you say, they'll have like ceiling mounts and all that kind of thing, but...
Yeah, I have the hooks set up, but it's just such a PETA to set it up, and unless... I mean, maybe I can make it such a way so just my VR headset, when I'm not using it, will just hang from the ceiling at all times. If I can only just deal with that.
Maybe if you get some kind of retractable thing, like maybe you could...
Oh, it does have that. Well, it has like these hooks, and then they're pulley systems so that it actually flexes depending on where you're moving your VR headset. Yeah, I have one instead of them, but...
I can't believe this. Like, I'm looking down at my tires just to see how big they are.
I know, right? They're like life size. Although it doesn't seem the anti-aliasing needs some work. I mean, I have it on the highest setting, and it doesn't even have any difference between that and the lowest setting.
I think that's just more that we're not using the custom lenses yet. I don't know if you've got custom lenses for yours, have you?
Just the base Reverb G2.
I'm gonna get I'll send you the thing, but it's like for the UK anyway, you can get the custom lens.
Nice landing, Dennis.
Alright, I'm still having
Are you
issues
running
getting back
the
in.
full
I think you guys should just
resolution?
go ahead and go.
Of the G2?
Yeah.
Coming in and try
Okay.
and pick us up on the next one. Which
I'll go ahead and
is 01
send
Charlie
this off.
Lima.
Oh man, I still did do that.
Okay. If everyone is ready,
Someone
we
had to
do a
knock out-
straight out depart. Sorry?
Someone's having a lot of echo on their line.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Yeah, that's another thing. In VR, you got to pray to God a squeaker doesn't join, because I don't know how I'm gonna mute them.
Okay. So straight out departure, heading 110 for about 5.5 miles till we get to a bridge. Basically, just follow the creek. After we get to the bridge, we'll make a left turn 060 for 3 miles. You can stay in the creek, but eventually you're going to have to get out of the creek around the right before the second bridge. Next airport is going to be 01 Charlie Lima. And like I mentioned earlier, if you haven't water skied, this is going to be a good opportunity to learn how to water ski. Just make sure you have your crash detection off. And if everyone is ready, flaps, full power, and let it rip.
One worrying thing is how do we check our fuel.
In the Savage Carbon, you don't. Oh wait, well if
You
you're
have-
in VR, there should
Look
be a
on the
group
top,
homes.
top left and top right.
Oh
Yeah, you
yeah,
have
on the
little tubes.
doors. On the
Yep.
doors.
I
on the
see
wings.
them. The wings.
On the left side, gents.
The one day where I'm hosting, I have crashed the desktop problems.
Yeah, that's weird. You were doing okay earlier today.
And if it makes you feel better, I was just getting into a fleet battle with a full squad and then it crashed. It's in squadrons.
Is multiplayer released yet for Squadrons? Yeah.
It's always been in the
All
game.
right.
That's all the game is, basically.
Yeah, you guys are not appearing for me, which is so freaking weird.
I think that's Gonzo below me there doing a.
Try switching servers, Damien, and leave it a minute and come back.
Thing is, you might think you stay still in VR, but you move your headset around a lot in this game, looking around.
I think that's where the stutters come from because you're moving it that fast and you don't realize.
Yeah, you
If-
can't
if
really
you-
keep up.
If you move it slower, it seems to be okay.
I mean, yeah, VR still's got some ways to go.
But oh man, like
Good job, Alex.
Ouch.
Yeah, I think this is the longest I've held on so far, even taking turns with the rudder water skiing.
And my
Yep.
plane ate the water. And again. Yep.
Oh man.
As soon as the river went down into the decline, I nose-dipped.
Problem is, I think the game runs best when you're up high. Like, be close to the ground, it's
Yeah,
It's a
textures
lot
are-
to render.
it's more
Yeah.
noticeable then.
It's a lot more fun down
the
here. though.
emergence fast when you're up high.
Looks like we're spending that full paycheck on a 3090, lads, at the end of the day.
I don't think it really makes a difference from what I've
No.
heard. I have a 2080 Super.
All right, I got you guys.
And even if it did, it's like you can just buy a new graphics card every year.
I know.
Every 3
Honestly,
years.
I'm quite happy with my 2070. I'm running things about 50-50 high, and the other 50 is ultra. I don't have any idea what my frame rate is, but it's well over 30.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm happy enough with my 2080. Like, I looked at comparison videos and you were only getting maybe 10 FPS in most things, like, you know?
Yeah.
Is that us there, Shelburne County or whatever? Country?
I think the best thing about VR is like it's just you and the plane, nothing else. No COVID-19, no phones, no drama.
Did you ever watch the movie Surrogates?
No,
You guys are
that
going to want to
one.
make a fork, right at the fork. I'm sorry, I left at the fork.
Nice, really nice one with Bruce Willis.
Yeah, aye, that's the one I'm on about, Alex.
Did not realize that was a fork right there.
What's the airport we're going to?
01 Charlie Lima.
Name,
Yeah, is that the
name
one?
better for VR people.
Is that the one with the challenge lake?
The what?
Remember that we did one airport, you know, where I said like, okay, I'm gonna try the challenge, touch and go on the pond, and then climb back up to the runway.
It could be. This one does have a small pond right before runway 9.
Yeah, it should be that one then.
I'm coming back to have you in sight because I'm screwed.
Now we've got satay in the duck.
I thought I would get airsick, but I'm not. Oh, there's someone bit the dust.
No,
Someone's upside down.
Yeah.
I don't get sick playing these games in VR. I think it's just games like Arizona Sunshine. I think with a lot of like actual crouching and like picking stuff
Oh,
up. And
you see that free game, the one about the tunnels, where you're learning to go float through space. I got sick, well, not sick, but a nausea, you know?
Yeah, not really big on the free stuff because it's, well, you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them are fun, but it's like, I mean, I guess we got this and Squadrons and Half-Life.
Half-Life is really cool.
Yeah. Although I find the graphics sometimes like don't appear right, and it gets frustrating sometimes. And you're still getting used to like actually loading a gun for real.
Yeah.
You get that with games that you do buy.
Is that
and Beat Saber. Beat Saber is a blast.
Yeah.
Like Cyberpunk.
Yeah, Beat Saber is amazing, but like with the VR is completely mind blowing.
Sorry guys, is that us there? Swansborough County?
Yeah.
No, Nick, wasn't this one.
It isn't this one?
Oh boy. This runway just sneaks up on you.
It's one that has like a pond as well, but the runway is then about like at least 300-400 feet higher than the pond. So it's a touch and then in extremely fast climb back to the runway.
I think I followed someone out there, so whoever that is.
Time to bail out, Gonzo.
I'm sorry, what was that, Kev?
Time to bail out to the left.
Oh, okay, 10-4.
Oh damn! I did get kind of dizzy at one second. I really thought I was tipping over, legitimately. Like I thought my actual body was gonna tip over. Like that's how immersive this thing is.
Is that us down there with the wee lake in front of the runway? Yeah.
Yep.
Guys, I don't know why I just crashed into a building, but I cannot move. I have it on the on my face.
Hit Y F4 several times, then Y again.
F4?
F4 gives you some altitude.
Oh, I did not know this.
It's yeah, you have to hit one first.
Okay. Yeah, slew mod.
Yeah.
And Damien, are you back in?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, you can resume.
Is it me, or there's literally no difference between FXAA and DLAA anti-aliasing?
I actually had to take off my glasses there because it was that sore.
I'm back in the Savage gravel too, so I figured I'd give it another chance. I think the game got mad at me for switching switching in flight.
Up. I just lost complete control there.
Yeah. Can touch on this one. Oh no, and then he puts it in the water.
No, it just literally. You know that thing where it used to take a nosedive straight down?
These big tires make it hard not to nosedive.
I still think it's weird there is like no effects on the wheels rolling through snow or dirt or whatever.
If you try and power drift with these on snow, it certainly seems to slide. So I think the friction coefficient's changed.
They do that on asphalt as well, though.
Okay.
I'm just standing up here.
Yeah, I can't explain why I had to crash the desktops, but I wonder if it has to do with the gravel, but it seems like nobody else has had issues.
Nope, not at all.
Alright, everybody on the ground? Oh, we still got a couple, okay.
That was up there playing around.
Well, if he comes back down here again, he's just bound to crash into a building.
Gotta say though that playing VR with these rudder pedals are an absolute must. Like imagine trying to figure out your key bindings for rudder if you don't have a twist rudder.
Oh, I know what you mean.
I mean, my joystick has twist, but it completely wore it out, so I disabled it a while ago.
We got a guy with a 747 nearby.
Where?
Just what we
I don't
need.
think he's with us because he's at 32,000 feet.
Imagine if he was though. You just see a 747 come out of nowhere. All right, gents. So our next airport's going to be Georgetown, which is Echo 36. Airport is 9.5 nautical miles to the northwest at a 306-degree heading. So when you're ready, check your flaps, full throttle, brakes, and let's go.
Alright.
See some acrobats down there. Don't crash, it's not flying upside down. This is not normal for him. There we go.
I don't want to attempt to loop the loop yet in this, or I could fall on my dinner like.
One thing I wish you could, I guess you can kind of look behind you in VR, but you have to turn your head. There's so much airplane behind me.
No, I'm still using my camera for that, if you know what I mean.
Your IR?
Alright, I'm going to do a somersault as well. I just saw Kev.
I'm gonna do that too. Why not? You're only in VR one. Man.
Let's see. For this one, it's going to be a crosswind landing, so either airstrip, either runway is going to probably be fine.
3-4 will be an easy shot in.
I think so. Is there more than one?
1-6 or 3-4.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 3-4 sounds good. It's just going to be a little bit of crosswind, but I don't think by much, to be honest.
Nah, it's like 4 knots right now.
Is there a way to integrate Discord with the VR or not? You have to go to your virtual desktop to do that. Problem is, I do that, and all I see is the full screen flight simulator, and I can't get out of it. Should I have my lights on? Put that on.
Where are you guys? I've lost you. Oh, hold on, I'm well behind.
I think I should see the runway by now, no?
It's going to be white.
It should be pretty easy to spot. It is a paved runway.
I think I see it now.
Are you all over there at that hill sort of thing? Yeah.
But the thing about you're talking about Beat Saber, I guess the G2 is not as easy to play that as an Oculus Rift controller here.
Oh, do you have both? Do you have the G2 and the Rift?
I do, Rift S. Yeah, that's what I was playing on it. I got my G2 literally the day before this VR for Flight Sim came out.
You see, I think that's where it's confusing. Like, I have the Quest 2, but whenever you plug it in, it detects it as the Rift. You know, whenever you plug it into the
Oh, it
PC.
does?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't tried this on the Rift S. I might be tempted to see how it works, but I mean, I could imagine that if you see a plane that's even more than like 1,000 feet in front of you, it's just going to be an unrecognizable blob or a speck. Or
If you have to take a good VR, I recommend the HP Reverb because the Rift S, I have it, but yeah, it's a bit blurry at the very with the distance. It's become really blurry. But with the HP reverb, I guess you have really fantastic resolution. It's just like having a monitor in front of your eyes.
But you need fantastic hardware.
Yeah, also that, but yeah, also that. But but the quality that you get is far better than all of the other VR systems.
Yeah.
So I think that it's worth the price. And
it's not the price of the problem. It's waiting list for one is the problem.
Guys, is
I waited 3 months.
that the Airwolf thing to the right? It almost kind of looks like it.
I just see a giant like Devil's Tower at my 11 o'clock on final.
I've caught up with you.
I'm too cool for runways.
One thing I realized when you touch down on the runway, don't use the brake, otherwise you'll go right over.
So that's what my problem was then, was it?
Yeah, I kept flipping over every single time I landed, and then I realized, like, what if I don't use the brake? And bam, perfect landings now every time.
Yeah, I think you almost, as the guy says, you almost need to be full back on the yoke, if you know what I mean, to let the rear wheel land.
Yeah, I agree completely. If you have a full yoke back and you press the brake, it doesn't flip over.
Oh, and someone flipped over there.
Am I at the right airport to use down there? Yeah.
I'm at the right airport. Oh boy.
You're coming in over.
Nice to see you up there, Nova. You're almost there.
We got a couple of TBMs in here.
I had no idea that the Savage Carbon had flaperones.
Congratulations.
Classic Nova.
There's a caravan here as well. In the free livery from Mike's.
Why is my control Y not working? Oh, because I was hitting control U instead, that's why.
Yeah, someone told me I did this. I changed my runtime to Open XR for Steam. I think that improved the. Supposed to improve the visuals for this. But also, do you notice that the runway lines like look blurry? Like it seems like you can barely see them.
No, it's fine for me.
Yeah,
they got close, but the lines further down the runway when you're on finally, they kind of blur out.
Fine for me, but I
maybe because OpenXR uses other super sampling settings like Steam VR.
It was doing that even before I activated it.
Looks like I'm backing off again.
I mean, I feel like they're definitely going to make more improvements to the VR over time. It's like a first iteration of it.
Are we all on the ground, gents?
Yep.
All right. So our next destination is going to take us to a few waypoints. So at 2.7 nautical miles to the northwest and 303-degree heading, we have a river, which you guys can practice your water skiing again. And it's also the same for the next couple of waypoints afterwards, for waypoint 3 and for waypoint, getting all the way over there, waypoint 5. I think it's the exact same river. So we'll make it to that waypoint, and then from there, it's so waypoint 3, from there to waypoint 4, it's 2.3 nautical miles at a 220 29-degree heading. I mean, you could follow the river if you want. Kevin,
Alright.
what did you originally intend on here? Just follow the river? We still got Kevin here?
He's awfully quiet.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, stay in the river until you get
Sounds
to
good.
waypoint 6, which is when you get to the bridge. And
All
that's
right, the
when you start
bridge.
thinking about climbing out.
All right, gents, when you're ready. Flaps. Power. Brakes. Let's go.
Whoever's in the black livery, I like it.
What do you guys got for default altimeter?
3025.
30,
No, I wonder why-
23.
Yeah.
I got.
I wonder why mine keeps resetting, but whatever.
Well, if you press B, you will have the same as us, but
Right.
I don't know. I don't think you need any of this stuff for the Savage Carbon. It's just all visual. Even if you like approach perpendicular around, like just rudder, flaps, turn, land.
Yeah, I'm just in external view, just admiring the VR, like it's well.
Yeah, it defeats the purpose though. I do the external view sometimes, but not as often as I used to. I think I find, I don't know if you, if you squint, it looks the most real.
It's just you have to sort of sit back a wee bit, like I noticed in the cockpit if you're in the cockpit view, or can you move out and fall backwards?
Yeah, you can. You have to bind buttons.
Time for a river run.
This will be interesting.
Yeah. But who's used the X-Cub in VR? I've had a lot of issues with it.
I was having a wee
Does
go
anybody?
worry.
Every time I try to use the Garmin and the X-Cub, it crashes on me, and that's the only time I get a crashed desktop in this game. But
Been
when the game
updating
released, it was
the working
fine.
title mods for it. So recently,
I've
the
actually
new ones
just
for the,
installed it.
yeah, there's a
the-
G3 GX mod that's just finished. Just come out and updated.
I just installed that today, so I had to give that a try. But when the game first released, just the stock, the default Garmin was perfectly fine. And then every time I try to put in an airport destination, it'll just crash the desktop for me. I can scroll around, find stuff, but it's really weird. Also, another one of my friends has the same issue.
Actually, I think I found a solution, a cable solution. I don't know. I keep saying this a lot of times. I think, oh, I found the perfect solution, and it doesn't. And then the discomfort returns another way. It's like put the cable like at the backrest of your chair and just like press your back against it. As long as you can put up with like your back brushing against the cable the whole time, you can really get rid of your problems.
I think it's like a lot of stuff, you have to put it in your back of your mind and not worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if you, but obviously leave enough cable length between your headset and your back, wherever your back meets it, so that there's enough leeway room. If you can do that. Oh, the G2's cable is a lot thicker because it's a little tougher to deal with.
So it was shocked, like 90 quid for a cable, like.
Just imagine 1,100 quid for a G2 on eBay these days.
True.
Maybe not that much, but in quid, but in dollars, that's kind of the going rate.
That's the annoying thing. You don't see the nameplates in VR.
No, you can.
Oh,
I usually have them turned off anyway, but
It was a little bit turbulent over here.
Yeah, it's bouncing a bit.
there's just a little bar over there. You should land on it.
But
Yeah, some nice sandbars here.
Yeah, I'm actually finding that Madagascar is like a really good bush flying place, but there's just not enough airports. So I might do a flight there, but just like have every waypoint be a landing spot.
That's what I want to do for Mount McKinley in Alaska. Let's just have waypoint flights.
Yeah,
They gotta fix that goddamn river.
I think if you put like a bunch of waypoints in a row lined up, you can like make that as like a makeshift runway.
Coming into a right turn, guys.
Is that us there over the bridge, Kev? Yeah.
Bridge below me. Big bridge in front of me.
Yep, I see it. Nova's going for her middle.
Enjoy.
Up.
Can't wait to see this bridge.
I'm dead.
Wait, well, we're not flying near the Pacific Coast Highway Bridge, are we? I don't think
it's
I've done
called
this.
Forest Hill Bridge. It's the largest, tallest road
bridge.
bridge in
Oh,
California.
I was about to say, we're nowhere near the Pacific Coast.
I don't want to fly. I don't want to risk a crashing. Let me know if you had collision off, so that's why you flew under it. But I'm not.
I'm going to see if we can take off again.
I don't think that is that in real life. Is that bridge like that, or is it a arch?
It's an arch, isn't it?
Yeah. I think that it would have to be a custom asset for it to be its real form.
Yeehaw!
I crashed into the bridge.
I flew through it.
oh, I crashed into the bridge too.
Yeah, I
Right.
don't think. I think that's one that they've said you can't actually go under. I think I heard that somewhere that you can't go under.
I went under it.
Did you?
Yeah, and I went
Yeah.
under it as well, yeah.
If you went
For
through,
some reason, some people can and some people can't.
Could
Yeah,
someone?
Alright,
I can't. I just pulled up in front of it.
Can
I
someone?
think we got our
someone
airport
who-
coming up here.
Yeah, what's the airport so I can spawn into it there, lads?
Kilo Alpha Umbrella November Con.
November Con NCUN. Is that it?
Kilo Alpha Umbrella November. Uniform. I got it.
Yeah, this is Auburn,
Oh.
California. I got family that lives here.
Oh,
Sorry,
nice.
I need that again, but can one person say it, please?
Kilo Alpha Uniform November.
Alright, time for another apron landing. I mean, I'll do the taxiway, because just to be nice. No, maybe I'm not nice. I'll go to the apron.
You do what you please.
Yeah, but
So I think having custom lenses done will help because you really do feel the weight of your glasses and the thing.
gotta say though, it is turning into like almost like a no-skill airplane. This carbon. Like if this became a competition, that's what all the this be the noob tube.
It'd be very interesting to see what Carbon Prop produces with his new X-Cub variant. He's completely redoing the 3D modeling on.
Are you coming up the runway 7? Yeah.
25.
I underestimated the runway.
Hmm.
Are you back taxiing to 25?
I'll probably just go halfway down the runway. It's a large runway.
Whoops, looks like someone got lost on the runway. Whoever that was.
If it was me, it means I'm retrying the landing because I goofed it again.
No, but it was like three. I can see 3 of them over at the right side of the runway, and it's like all you can see are their landing lights. And they're just flipping.
Straight to parking.
Like you can just see the plane's lights coming in for landing. That's what. Oh man. I'll meet you halfway up there.
All right, nailed it that time.
Yeah, I've got the picture of the previous attempt. On that one.
At least I was able to capture everything for the flight so far. What I'm probably going to do is break up my stream into 3 different videos, provided I don't crash again. That way, it's not wasting time with the time that I was away from the flight simulator.
Yeah.
Yeah, the challenge airport is Kilo Bravo Lima uniform, so it's in a couple legs.
Alright, speaking of which, everybody here? Looks like it.
Yep.
We got a couple people goofing off in the air, but that's alright.
The windsock is not blowing, just looking at it.
Alright, so our next airport is going to be Alta Sierra. That's going to take you into runway 01. Airport has a heading of about 353 degrees and 9.5 nautical miles to the northeast at this time. So once you take off, you're gonna go right. So when you guys are ready, flaps, power, brakes, let them have it.
Here, someone look back at me. Did I look as if I raved out of the cockpit? Just now.
All right.
Excuse me.
Yeah, well, the monument just disappeared.
Finally.
Oh.
I wonder if we're gonna have one of those on tomorrow's flights.
Probably.
Call out in there with the Devil's Canyon or something like that.
Devil's Tower.
I've been meaning to fly around there to see if there's any good like bush strips or anything in Wyoming, and haven't got around to it yet.
I think
There's
the western
nothing
part
good
of the state
Wyoming.
is better for that.
I know there's some pretty good ones in Montana, but they're so far apart, so it's hard to like really have a good flight plan for that area.
GBM.
Yeah, it's just so much. Like Glacier National Park, you're supposed to have glaciers, and they don't look like glaciers, unfortunately.
Well, I don't know. I mean, they've been melting, so perhaps
Maybe.
they just don't have many glaciers there anymore. Surprised you still have any.
Because one of the screenshots from the game, before it released, it was Glacier National Park in Montana, and it had a Skyhawk with it.
Is that what the intro is? I always wonder where that intro is taken when they.
I believe that's Glacier National Park in Montana.
Really?
And it's definitely doesn't look anything like that in game, at least in my experience. I've been there both before the USA update and after, and I'm like, there's still not much to see here.
Well, that's called advertising.
I always thought that intro picture was Coachella or something.
Maybe. I've always thought they were advertising it as Glacier, but then again, there are glaciers at Denali National Park, and they're wide enough to where you can land on them, you know, going uphill, but what ruins that entire area is the rivers that are elevated. I mean, there's a mod that fixes it, but for me, it causes me to crash the desktop constantly, so...
The thing that
unless the
ruins
mod's
it for
been
me
updated.
the thing that ruins it for me is being able to land on the glaciers and it not simulating ice.
Hopefully that'll be an update. Because that would be
there?
a really fun route. There's a lot of great airports on that area. Not to mention you can land on Mount McKinley.
Is that us to the left there, Chops? Yeah.
But you shouldn't even be able to do any of that. Clearly the mountains are too rounded in this game. And I don't think any glacier in the world fixed-wing aircraft can land on. I mean, helicopters, what I did in New Zealand. But
They land on glaciers all the time.
And the glaciers move. It's like, there's no way that... I don't think even a Savage Carbon can find a landing spot on a glacier, unless there's a really smooth section.
Do you remember Firefox? Whenever he stole a Russian jet, he landed on the snow. They had to build up the snow for him on it.
I wonder if Greenland has any good glaciers.
Almost all the island is a glacier. Well, for now.
The entire island of Greenland in the game is atrocious.
Yeah, it's got a lot of... Any of the higher altitude regions are not well done. Like, I took off from alert in none of it, and there were trees, and you're at 80 degrees latitude. There should be no trees at all.
Yeah, there's a pack that puts in airports up the west side of Greenland. They're so
yeah, it's
far
missing
apart.
quite a few airports.
It's just...
Is that us to the right there, lad? Yep.
It's just white.
Iceland was a little bit of a bummer too. It's gorgeous there, but there's so many elevation problems.
Yeah, Norway needs a lot of TLC because there's some great rural airstrips out there that make it so much more enjoyable.
I flew in Iceland. It's not too bad. I mean, unless you know for sure that the elevation should have been that, then I can't see.
Well, there's a lot of elevated ponds.
That's the problem.
Because I submitted a route for that area, and it's really nice. There's a lot of bush strips. There's a couple airports that could be challenging to land in if you have. Because I flew it using a Bonanza Turbo, but I'm sure a Savage Carbon or an X-Cub would be good for that route as well.
Sounds like a route for the latitude.
Longitude, you mean?
Oh yeah, the longitude.
Yeah.
One of those directions.
I have an idea for that particular plane. Like, you know, for a jet, like maybe San Diego to San Francisco with all the coastal airports they have there, or even like Florida. Like you could fly from Key West to Miami to Fort Lauderdale. Like go up the coast of Florida for a route.
Because Florida has no hills.
Florida does look pretty scenic though, despite no hills.
Yeah, it can. I mean, yeah, I know what you mean. But I think the area around Disney World, you can see all the parks.
Yeah, because that's all photogrammic.
Yeah.
What looks really terrible is Disneyland in Anaheim. That area looks kind of rough.
Oh, it's like it's photogrammic, but it's like all glitchy, right?
Yeah, like Angel Stadium has a bunch of trees in it.
Oh no.
Oh Jesus! I missed the runway.
Once the game improves performance in cities, I have a flight plan for LA as well. But for right now, it's so many people would have trouble running that area.
Well, you missed Classic Nova anyway.
I mean, New York is also in the cards because I know Scambush wants to do that.
Oh, I'll be skipping that one if it's New York City.
I had such a hard time running that area up until recently. Like now I can get at least maybe 25 frames per second flying over Manhattan. But the disappointing part of New York is New Jersey side of New York City. Well, New Jersey isn't obviously officially part of New York, but it's a lot of the photogrammetry like just ends right there at the Hudson River, and then on the other side it's all generic.
Oh, I thought you were talking about real life, because yeah, New Jersey is pretty pathetic.
Touche, my friend would kill you, but you know.
I have family in Jersey too, and they know it. They'll laugh at that too.
New Jersey school districts paid for all of my gaming equipment, basically.
There you go.
What?
Well, I work for a company that does data for them, so essentially the taxpayers in New Jersey paid for my gaming PC, Group G2, Flight Simulator, you name it, and everything else.
They did bring
tell me
forth,
really need the 3090.
I mean, they did bring forth this creature called Snooky, so yeah.
We do have the 3080 Ti coming, I think, next month, so I think the 3090 will be out of the question for a lot of people after that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about...
Go ahead there.
I'm thinking about upgrading to the 3080 Ti if it's real, but it's all the news I've read on it. It seems to be the real deal.
I hope that none of the people that make those financial approvals watch anyone's stream, because they just now figure they're onto you now.
Yeah.
I wonder why they have the VR beta under an NDA.
3060 looks like real good value.
Let me get the next airport for you guys. I think we got another waypoint coming up.
How many more hops do we have, mate?
3.
Alright.
Alright, so our next airport takes us to Limberlost Ranch, which is Charlie Alpha 21. It's got a 297-degree heading with a 9.8 nautical mile journey. For this one, it looks like you can land on... I gotta scroll all the way back up because it recentered me right as I was about to say it. I think landing on runway 27 will be the best runway to land on. So with that, flaps, throttle, brakes, let them have it, guys.
Next airport is an upside.
Is it me, or is it the newest version of Little Navmat not as detailed as it was?
You can change what it's showing you. It's a huge
I have
amount
to
of
take a look.
variation.
I didn't change anything, but I had to reinstall it. And now it's completely independent from the flight sim files, so shouldn't have any.
There's a independent database that lives under your program data folder, so there is. It's actually under the author's name, so there is.
Kev showed me how to download that, and I re-downloaded everything, so.
Yeah, but if you re-downloaded the database, that would have wiped settings, possibly, if he didn't use the configuration files for that. You should have used config files, but many developers just have like a setup table or something like that in the database, you know.
It's a nice big open field right here if you guys want to entertain a touch and go.
I think the VR chapter survived just about as we are.
I'm gonna do it because I'm cool.
Have fun with that. I'll watch you land.
See him as a young kid asks an NASA astronaut, how do you go to the toilet in VR?
You don't.
Yeah, this
Almost
is
like
easy
how do you go to the bathroom in a real plane? I had this talk last weekend. You just well, you know what you do is you could pee into a cup, and then there's a small window, and you pour it out. The piss, not the cup, of course.
And now we know why it's always raining in England.
Would explain a lot.
This poor bloody twat.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the more emergency need if we don't tell in Belfast right now. So we're just in this airport, we have a bathroom break.
Chuck it out the window.
I mean, when I worked on the ground, whenever Chinese flights would come in, you guys should see an aircraft after it's come from China. Because in some places in China, if you need to go, you just go wherever you're standing.
Yeah.
And they thought that it works like that on an aircraft as well, so they will just take a dump on the seat or on the floor.
Really?
No way!
God.
I've had colleagues.
What country you're from? But that's I don't really want to do that.
I mean, I've experienced Moroccan people taking a dump on the toilet floor because they didn't know how to use the toilet. But from there to actually doing it on the seat or on the floor.
Well, I didn't hear about the seat or the floor, but when I lived in China, yeah, I did watch people and kids take a dump right in the sidewalk in the corner or, you know, wherever, but still in public.
How do we stumble upon this conversation?
Because nobody needs to figure out how to get a toilet in the secret lab chair, then you'll be making a fortune.
This whole conversation.
Oh, those secret lab chairs are sure are comfy. You guys know I just got one.
Anybody else seeing this nasty, glitchy lake in front?
Yeah,
Glitchy lake?
I see a lake
Really
there,
glitchy lake. The graphics are horrible.
but I don't see that it looks glitchy. Looks like a fine lake to me. In fact, I'm coming over now.
I'm still trying to find a freak. Oh, I think I found it.
There
The
it is,
runway.
on a hill.
It's
Is that-
uphill. It's
Are you in the middle of it, Kev?
Not only
Yeah.
uphill, it's on a hill too.
I'm just
Turn
north
left,
of it,
Nova.
coming back
I
around.
think I got the runway.
Aye, but there's a lake here. Is that not the one he's on about?
Yeah, way out in front of us, north of the airport. This runway's got a building on the threshold on the left, one at the end of it.
Yeah, the far end.
That's the
What are you talking about?
overrun net that will stop you from running off the cliff before people like Nova.
Oh, fuck. Why does this remind me of a James Bond set, like with the dam and everything?
Actually, Nick, I was just looking at the flight plan, and we've already passed that one with the little pond before it. We just came in from a different angle. That's why we didn't see it.
No.
I think. Yeah, I think just taking off in the opposite direction might be the most ideal situation here.
Are you all down already?
We don't waste any time, Nova.
You've overshot us, Nova.
Oh, having them coming up round, you dweeb.
He's way out there. Jeez. Is he flying out to San Francisco?
And now I've got sunset in my eye. Give me a break. This is VR, lads.
I'm pretty sure that he just saw an Irish pub somewhere down there and decided to go for a closer look.
Coming in the land sideways to the airport, you smart arses.
You can barely land straight.
I mean, that landing he did earlier on was spot on.
If he lands sideways, he might have already been to that pub.
Someone took
Well,
off straight away there.
if he's been, I hope he's brought something to share when he lands.
Yeah, I was about to say, I hope he got us all a beer.
You guys all see that?
Sometimes these flights really remind me of the pilot dude in Independence Day.
Elvis has left the building.
No, I think he means that I'm back, dude. Let's see what we do.
Yeah, that was a good scene in Independence Day. You know, the guy crop dusting, drunk out of his mind, and then the crop dusting the wrong field.
I'm done.
Randy Quaid was kind of a character as it was back then too.
Oh, I was like he was like the sort of comedian guy. at
Didn't
the
he
time.
get banned from re-entering the United States at one point? And he was like seeking asylum in Canada.
I'm sure he did.
He had some legal issues. I think it was in Santa Barbara, Montecito.
That was basically, hey, Randy, you know the character you play on Griswold's? Can you do that, but with crop dusting?
The shitter's full.
Oh, what was I watching last
Shutter's
night?
full. Merry Christmas.
Did you remember Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and the other guy? The guy, not Zelensky, but the guy that hated him.
The same guy that played Lord Helmet?
I think so.
What, Rick Moranis?
There you go.
No, not Rick Moranis, the other dude. Remember the guy that actually hated him? He hated Rick Moranis' character. The other family.
Are you talking about Bill Pullman's character?
No, not Bill Pullman. It was someone else. That wasn't Bill Pullman, was it?
In Spaceballs, yes, it was.
Oh no, not Spaceballs. I'm talking about Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh,
you remember they played not the Griswolds, that was Chevy Chase, but do you remember, you know the way in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids there was the neighbours beside them who hated them?
I haven't seen that movie in ages.
No, it was on another day in the UK, just remember.
Alright, gents, we all on the ground here?
Yep.
In my usual style, yeah.
Alright, your next airport's gonna be Kilo Girl Oscar, Nevada County Airport. That is a 9.8 nautical mile journey, a 74-degree heading. So once you guys are ready,
Sorry,
flaps.
can the VR ones look at this lovely area for a minute?
Well, flaps, brakes, power, whatever order. Most of you are already in the air. Let's go. And Devil's Tower is gone again.
As it should be.
I'm flying down the mountain as she comes. I'm flying down the mountain as she comes. Has anyone got that on the early morning set? Are you seeing the sunrise here?
It's about midday for me because when I respawned in, I forgot to change the weather back, except for the snow. Well, the time back, I should say. So I was like, you know what? The more I mess with things, the more I crash the desktop. So I just figured to leave it all alone.
Is this our last airport? Or one more?
Second to last. But there's going to be a few waypoints for y'all.
Well, if you guys want, whenever there's an event gap available, I've made a really nice flight plan in the Spanish Northern Mountain Range. Flew the first part with Nick, there's 2 parts to it. And nice elevation differences, a nice landscape, and a lot of water skiing locations as well.
Alex, may I ask a question about that flight plan?
Yeah.
Does it go over the promenade so I can see if Marie still works there?
No, this is the north coast, so it's nowhere close, Navia.
It's in the Pyrenees. Or what was the name of the...
Pyrenees.
Pyrenees, there you go, thanks.
Because I think in VR you can see her boobies from about this height.
I mean, I know some other bars, there won't be a Maria, but there will be some other girls that you will like very much.
And for $50, they'll like you even more.
I mean, yeah, there's those kind of bars as well, and a place called Albert here. There's a lot of them, whole street full of them.
I haven't heard.
I think with this airport, you guys can go straight in.
I don't know why I see 2 runway lights on my 1 o'clock, or actually my 12 o'clock. It seems like the airport's that way.
I see it too. Nevada.
It doesn't look like it.
I think it's
The
because
runway's
there's
straight in.
snow on the ground and the game doesn't know any better. I hope they fix it.
The Crash Kid Beale.
I see only one runway ahead. Do you guys see more flashing lights?
Yeah.
Yeah, I straight ahead. 8 kilometers roughly.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go straight in. I mean, we're going with the wind in the land, but I don't really think it's a big deal.
Well, in Nova's case, he's definitely going with the wind.
The runway is 4,881 feet. So if you can't stop in that distance, yeah.
BR's a pile of shite. That's why we can't stop in that distance then.
Is there any way to hotkey to turn off the name tags?
You need a mod for that.
What's that?
And then backspace.
Oh, there it is.
What is it? Sorry?
It's a special mod to get the nameplates away.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
If you guys want to challenge, there's a pond right here to the right of the runway. You might want to land in there instead of the runway.
In the pond?
I'm way too high. Oh my god.
We prefer you to use the pond rather than the seats when you do your business.
Yeah, but I'll just change it an awful colour brown. Like, you know, I don't want to ruin the scenery.
This runway would have definitely been best in like a CBM or Bonanza Turbo.
How about a 747?
In theory, yeah, I guess so. Well, there was a sky, what was it, a military plane that landed at a small airport near Tampa instead of the Air Force Base.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was a couple years ago.
I think they had to literally unload everything they could from the plane so they could take off again.
Yeah,
Nice
and the
one.
media was out there.
Fuel. Yeah.
The media was out there, so they got it on video.
Can we take a toilet break, or are we wanting to continue?
If you need to do what you got to do, man, we'll
right.
I guess take a break here then.
I'll only be a second.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em, guys.
Oops. Aerobatics time.
So I guess my glass cockpit refresh rate was all the way up again, so I turned that down, and it looks like I may have fixed the problem with the CTD.
Well, that's good.
So maybe because that's probably what was
back into.
Yeah. I don't know. It's really interesting that happened, though. But at least no more problems.
Oh shit.
Alex, I can definitely see that all the time you spent with Ryanair has had an influence on the way you fly.
Actually, the pilots I had at my base were quite good, except for that one Norwegian kid who was doing his first flight with passengers, and he pretty much damaged my back while landing in Copenhagen because he didn't hold the flare, so the 7-3 just smacked down like a brick.
Well, that's bad.
Yeah, that was very painful.
Well, but there's like this standard procedure with the 737 because it floats a lot, so you just smack it into the ground.
Yeah, but so if you're flying 737, even if you have a lot of sim hours, you know you gotta hold your flare and not first start flaring. And then put your stick back forward.
Yeah, obviously. If you stick it back forward, then that's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's what the first officer did, and as soon as we touched down, the captain was apologizing, and the first officer was not allowed to land for the rest of the day.
Okay. Well, that's one of the ways that you learn. So.
Thought I would mess around with that, but that's not going to work.
Ooh, that was close. I saw that.
But no, most pilots were really good. I mean, I've had, for example, a female pilot in her 50s. It was one day that we had icy rain, and well, you know what happens if your wings get iced.
Yeah.
The thing is, when it's icy rain, even if you have an anti-ice, it doesn't help because the water freezes so quickly that before the anti-ice can actually have an effect, it already puts a clear icy layer over your wings. So we were on final into Echo Bravo Charlie India, Charleroi, Brussels South.
Mm-hmm.
And we already knew that it was going to be icy rain, but Captain still warned us, you know, take your brace positions just in case, as cabin crew at least. And I remember I just felt that because I was sitting in the back, and I remembered that I just felt the tail starting to drop, you know, like I was feeling my stomach coming up every time, so I knew that the aircraft was starting to drop. And then there was this really fast drop, and I thought, okay, this is it, we're gonna hurt ourselves. I braced, and next thing I know, it just floats, and she just makes it a kiss the runway landing. That seriously blew my mind.
Yeah, well, that's when you're really experienced, and it's pretty amazing. I wonder what it's like to see that in the cockpit, because you can see what she's doing or what the pilot that is pilot that is doing that.
Only tight situation that I've been in the flight deck was one day we diverted from Comiso in Sicily to Palermo because of the storm.
Yeah.
And then we had to fly back to Comiso empty. Empty 737 in over 20 knot winds is gonna shake a lot.
Yeah.
And I was jump seating because, of course, as we were flying empty, the purser said, anyone want a jump seat? So I immediately said, me.
Yeah.
And I sat down in there, and yeah, I remember it was complete chaos in the flight deck because we were low altitude, low visibility, strong winds, storm on the left, storm on the right, and the ATC controller was telling us, yeah, turn to this heading, but that heading was straight into a microburst, so the captain was going like, negative, I'm not going in there, and the Italian ATC controller kept insisting, and the captain kept insisting negative. So that was a really tense situation.
Yeah, I know, because Italians are a bit of asses under those circumstances, because they're just the controllers, they don't know. I know because I'm Italian, I fly in Italy, so...
Where in Italy?
On the west coast, no, on the east coast, a bit south, I don't know how to describe it, like I'm 4 hours car from Venice. But down, but in Italian measures, 4 hours of driving is like half of Italy. So
yeah.
It's a really down.
I've been to a lot of places: Verona, Bari. I've been to Bologna. I've been to Bergamo. I've been to a lot of places in Italy.
Yeah, I'm like 45. Well, it depends how fast you're driving. Like from 25 to an hour or something from Bologna.
Yeah. Okay.
So on the coast, in Riccione, it is called.
I'm back, guys.
Okay.
Look at Kevin being brave.
Whoever's beside me, your pilot's looking rather hot.
I think the wife might have spiked his coffee. Just kidding.
Is that Captain up there doing the loop-de-loop?
We all back, guys?
Yeah.
We're ready.
All right. So we got a couple of waypoints coming up. So, in about 5.4 nautical miles at a 131-degree heading, we have the Rollins Reservoir for more water skiing if you guys are interested. And then from there, you're going to follow the river at a heading of 36 degrees. And then from 11 nautical miles there, it's the second waypoint. So the second waypoint's basically having you follow the river, and then that will take you into our final airport. All right. When you guys are ready, you know the drill. Flaps, brakes, or I think throttles, then brakes, wings, wheels. Let them have it.
Can you imagine combat like simulator next?
Gear up.
You're up.
Make sure you have your landing gear up. Make sure you have the spoilers put away.
If you guys ever fly into Italy, also make sure you take a flight into Pisa. Not because it's a nice airport, but because it's one of the places in Europe where the Hercules planes are stationed. So as you come into Pisa, you just see this whole row of Hercules aircraft. It's very nice.
Hercules.
In the game?
No, in real.
Oh,
Or you come to our country, you can see every RAF jet under the sun still active.
I live like nearby my city airport, which is Rimini. It's also a military airport, and we have loads of helicopters. Like there are 2, 3, or 4 Chinooks, which are massive.
Yeah, I know Rimini.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I went partying there with some friends when I was 17 or something.
Yeah, you came here?
Well, I was living in Holland, and the Dutch really like Rimini to go party.
Yeah, it's Riccione and Rimini because the Riviera. In summer we have like just pubs and things that it's just for the entertainment. So that's how we work. We live with that.
Yeah, we live a
Nobody
couple
likes
of
partying
miles
in my
from,
area when I'm 17.
Live a couple of miles from RAF Innsworth, which has Chinooks coming in and out fairly regularly.
Come on, Alex, get those wheels in the ground.
Can you actually land on the water with these?
Oh,
or
I wasn't
yeah,
paying
just
attention to what was
kidding?
going on. I was too busy watching you.
Can you just skate with these, or can you actually land on the water?
You can land on the water with this.
You can be a submarine too. Try it.
Har.
About my flights to Italy, that you get to see some of the rare aircrafts like the Avanti Piaggio.
Yeah.
My favorite turboprop after the TBM.
Is anyone else's river doing that weird thing down below?
Such a beautiful aircraft to see in real.
It's fucking loud, that aircraft. Really,
For me, the loudest thing I've stood next to during takeoff, because in Amsterdam, one of the runways, the famous Polder runway, it's the longest runway. There's this parking lot right next to it, and you can actually just drive all the way up there, and there's just a small gutter canal separating you from the runway, so you can actually see all the big aircraft up close.
Wow.
The loudest thing I've witnessed there is the MD-11. Like, the tail engine on that thing is the loudest roar I've heard come out of a commercial aircraft.
Wow. I've seen one in real life. Well, I've seen one in real life in Lisbon, I guess. And I've seen it just from inside the airport really fast, so I couldn't hear it. But yeah.
In my opinion, any aircraft with the JT-8D engine is the loudest commercial, and then any Learjet is the loudest private jet.
Y'all want to land on the water so we can get some screenshots of everybody?
I think we're starting to come out of the water at this end, or we're not.
Never mind.
Yeah, water's gone.
Darn.
Is that you down below me, Gunzo?
I'm looking up, I don't see you.
I miss flying.
Looks like you can just follow this river all the way to the next waypoint.
best side about flying.
Regarding
typically
the
was,
Amsterdam stories, the first airplane I saw landing in Amsterdam at the Polderbahn was 747-200.
Nice.
Which kicked in the reverser just where we were standing, and it was it was like hell.
It's really
Just screaming.
nice because that parking lot, if the aircraft is coming in from the south, the parking lot is right by the landing threshold, so it's actually perfect to capture landing videos and pictures.
Yep.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, Amsterdam is nice for plane spotting because you have only the grachten, the canals, and no fences at all.
Yeah, true. No, there's no fences at all. Like, you could drive up there with an RPG and just literally blow a 747 to bits. What a lot of people, what a lot
They
of
trust people a lot.
What a lot of people don't know is that the security of Schiphol Airport goes way beyond the airport grounds, because the military police cameras are already picking up licenses and cars from the cameras that are on the A4, on the highway that leads directly to the airport. So everyone driving into that area by a train, bus, whatever, is already seen on camera before even reaching the town sign of the airport.
Do they have their own army, or is Russia like sort of their army?
No, but they have their own army, professional army, and then they also have what they call the KMAR, which is the Royal Guard, basically, and those are the ones that do airport security. And they're not to be messed with. Most of them are quite crazy. I've seen them in action while working on the ground when some passengers would get aggressive, and it's not nice to be tackled by those guys.
Talking from experience there, are we?
Yeah, I've seen people get tackled by them. It's not nice. It was an Emirates flight that came in, and one of these guys from Dubai, he had a 4,000 euro Louis Vuitton suitcase, leather. I mean, first of all, who the heck buys a leather suitcase? Because everyone knows the suitcase is going to be smacked and thrown on belts. It's going to get damaged for sure. But then second of all, you spend $4,000 on a Louis Vuitton suitcase and then expect it to come out fine in a large airport like Amsterdam, because...
Sorry, if you have a Louis Vuitton suitcase, you should be traveling in a fucking private jet, like.
Exactly. Not commercially. And he wanted a damage report for his suitcase, which Emirates, of course, denied him, because, you know, it's not our fault that you decide to buy an expensive suitcase. You should have thought about that before traveling commercially.
That's why I always buy the cheapest suitcase I can find. Walmart it is for all my luggage.
20
plastic bags? Is that what you're talking about?
So when we refused to give him the damage report for his suitcase, he went raging mad. He spit in a woman's face, and he started throwing other suitcases off the belt. Like, he literally jumped onto the belt, screaming like a madman, and started throwing suitcases off. At that point, I saw 3 military police officers just lunge at him and literally football tackle him off the belt. It was quite funny.
If we do the same, we would do the same here in the United States, but then it would be considered a hate crime.
Obviously, because it's not politically correct.
Yeah, that's about the same as Britain. Anything against religion or anything else is a hate crime over here, apparently.
Yeah, but still, it was in an airport area. There was cameras everywhere. Police was watching him. There was too many eyes on that guy for him to come out winning if he filed a lawsuit. So yeah.
Just so you guys know, this is the one where there's the pond and before the runways that Alex was talking about.
No, it isn't
you guys
actually. It was way before in the beginning of the flight plan. We just came in from a different angle. That's why we couldn't see the pond.
What about this pond right here that I'm flying over?
It's not even close enough, like, compared to the previous one, because
I suppose okay.
The previous one is you literally had just enough time to touch and go and sharply climb up to make the runway.
You could probably, I don't know, maybe in a different plane, but
I'll check which one it is. We came in from the left side basically, and we should have come in from the right. That.
Jeez, it's cloudy. With live weather, it's completely fogged in.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I don't know how I'm gonna
doesn't
land.
matter which runway.
Okay, now it's back.
3-3 is what I'm going in for.
There's also a whole lot of snow on the right, on the left side.
And my game froze again.
Unless you have snow everywhere.
Why is my game freezing right now?
So the airport with that challenge is let me see, now it doesn't show the name. That's weird.
Oh, there we go.
So it's 80 Charlie Alpha. If I'm, oh no, sorry, no, it's Kilo Papa Victor Foxtrot. And then you have to come in runway. Then you have to come in on runway 23, and there's a pond just before it with a steep climb afterwards.
That was a very nice landing, Nova.
And my game is still frozen. Perfect.
Yeah.
It's literally frozen for 2 minutes. Damn.
Did you change your weather while flying?
Nope, I didn't. It just froze up. I didn't change anything. Now it's not frozen anymore. Wow! After 2 minutes.
At least you didn't crash the desktop like I did.
Yeah, that's the most annoying thing because the simulator takes so much time to start back up.
It's a new name.
At least
I've
for me.
seen Baron von Snoopers.
You aren't pressing live pause the mistake, are you?
Final landing for today.
Alright guys,
Flaps
I'm
down.
gonna head off for the movie.
Well, that's it for everybody. Thanks for the flight. Thanks, Kev, again for the flight plan.
Thank you, Damien.
Landing.
I just want Combat Flight Simulator now in VR. I want it.
Been a
You
good
should
flight.
fly,
See you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow.
Alright, see ya.
See ya. Good night, everyone.
I'm gonna take a break and maybe return.
Good evening, good morning, or whatever.
Jesus.
Whatever.
I'll be back up in
Thank you
an hour.
very much.
Be back.
Okay, so that's Butter Ice, the last time for today.